I'm here at Julian Taylor-Green's store in Lindford in East Hampshire to see a visit from his MP and learn a bit more how they've worked together on a few issues in the community.
Hi there, my name's Julian Taylor-Green. My wife Jackie and I run and operate a Spar convenience store in the East Hampshire village of Lindford. We've been running this store for 12 years, recently moving to the Spar symbol group. From October this year, we're planning on increasing the space by approximately 600 to 800 square feet, turning the store into just shy of 2,000 square feet by introducing a further 13 metres of chilled product, introducing a food to go option.
Local shops like this one here in Lindford are so important to communities. They're much more than just a place to buy things. For many members of our communities, they're part of social interaction. They're where and how you meet people. And in an area like this one, my constituency, we have 3 towns, but we have 64 villages. And in the village, quite often the local shop is one of a very small number of kind of shared facilities, sometimes the only shared facility, and so it's a really vital focal point for that community. I really value the communication and the interaction that Julian and I have. I hear lots from him about what's happening in the local economy. Of course, how revenues are doing in local shops tells you a lot about how the economy overall is doing. And it's also important for me to learn about some of the pressures that are on local businesses with regulation and other things they need to worry about.
The first thing that I always like to do is build a working relationship with my MP so that I can tell him all about the challenges we face, not just locally but nationally, and give him an opportunity to get a real understanding of what we require. In 2011, we had to go to ask for Damien's support to help us when roadworks for traffic calming were taking place in the village, which were impacting our ability to be able to trade and meet our customer needs, and ultimately were having a major impact on the operation of our business. Damien wrote to Highways expressing his concern that the impact of the work that they were undertaking was not also taking into account the needs of the parade, the needs of the customers coming through, and equally the staff.
I was able to help a little bit with interacting between Julian and some of the agencies to make sure there was more certainty about what was going to happen and just to make that whole process a little bit easier. I would certainly advise retailers to get in touch with their Member of Parliament and indeed with their local councillors as well. Local elected representatives very much welcome contact from all local businesses, and I think particularly retailers have a unique position with their customer-facing role. We're very easy to find these days with the internet. All MPs, of course, these days have their own website. Mine is damienhinds.com. Most of us also are on Twitter and Facebook and who knows what else. We intend to be quite easy to find. If you can't find your MP, if you go to parliament.uk, every single MP is listed there. You can just put in your postcard, find out who your MP is, and it'll tell you how you can contact them. Most MPs have what's called a surgery in their constituency, which are timed appointments, a chance just to talk for 15 minutes or so, and that might be a great opportunity to make the first contact.
Initially, to make contact with Damien, I went onto the government website using the email address attached there and dropped him an email. Very quickly after that, you get an appointment to meet him in his local surgery. After that, you start to create a bond and a relationship where you can actually send emails and then naturally responded in a more personable manner. And again, he will, where possible, come to the store if necessary, or alternatively, will always be ready to facilitate you at his surgeries. The real thing that our MPs need to be aware of as we face into the next election is the cost of operating our businesses, the cost of wages, the cost of utilities, the cost of the services, the cost of rates, because at the end of the day it is vital that the C-store remains constant in the community to support not only the customers but also the local people that work within it and the families that run them.
These are all reasons why it's important and hopefully valuable on both sides for retailers to get in touch with politicians and to be in interaction and make sure there's a two-way communication.
At ACS, we spend a lot of time talking to parliamentarians and policymakers about the impact of regulation on local shops. But as you can see from today, nothing's more effective than getting them right into your store. So between now and the election, we want to try and get as many MPs into your store as possible.